Okay, you have got to hear this. Microsoft just pushed an update to Copilot that is, and I'm not exaggerating, absolutely insane. We're talking about a feature that could completely change the way we learn, the way we study, and even how we do training at work.
So, let me ask you this. Have you ever been, cramming for an exam or trying to pick up a new skill and just desperately wished you had someone or something that could just quiz you on the spot, just to see if you're actually getting it? Well, guess what? That's not a wish anymore. It's a reality. This new feature in Microsoft Copilot can whip up a custom quiz for you on pretty much any subject imaginable. And it does it in seconds. All right, so let's get into the first big idea here, what this thing can actually do. We're talking about instant quizzes on, well, anything. And seriously, when I say anything, I mean anything. You need to brush up on World War II history? Done. Want to see if you've still got your high school math skills? Easy. Or maybe you just want to prove you know more about 90s pop culture than your friends. You just ask. The range here is just, wow. So the next logical question is, how does it all work? You're probably thinking it's got to be some complicated process, right? Well, you'd be wrong. It's shockingly simple but incredibly powerful. No, really, that's it. It's literally 2 steps. You open up Copilot on the web or on your phone, and you just type what you want. That's the whole process. And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the kind of prompts you can give it. You're not just saying, quiz me on Rome, you're adding nuance, like make this for someone who's already a little bit cocky about their history knowledge. That tells the AI to dig deeper, to find the tricky questions. Or check this one out. You can give it a specific purpose. Quiz me like I am preparing for a test. That's a totally different vibe. It tells Copilot to create questions that actually test your understanding for an exam, not just fun trivia. And of course, you can just have fun with it. Ask for a quiz on 90s movies, and believe me, it's not going to just ask you who starred in Titanic. It'll pull out stuff that'll really make you rack your brain. It gets tough fast. This line from the source material just perfectly sums up the experience, because the questions it generates are so good, they're so thoughtful, that they really do make you stop and think. It's not just a memory game. And that leads us to maybe the most important part of this whole thing. This isn't just a cool party trick. It represents a major shift towards something called active learning. Think about it. Most of our learning, especially online, is just passive. We watch a video, we read a blog post. We're just consuming. But a quiz, that forces you to engage. It makes you pull that information out of your brain and actually use it. That's active learning. And you know what? That's the kind of learning that actually lasts. When your brain has to work to retrieve information, it builds stronger connections. It's not just cramming for a test anymore. You're building real long-term knowledge. It all comes down to the quality of the questions. Copilot is designed to ask smart questions. And what that means is, they're not just testing if you can remember a date or a name. They're testing if you actually understand the core ideas behind the facts. Big difference. Okay, so this is obviously huge for students and anyone into self-improvement. But what about for businesses? Well, the potential here is just massive. Just imagine for a second, you can instantly create engaging quizzes for new employee onboarding, for customer education, for training your sales team on a new product. The possibilities are endless. This makes corporate training way more effective and, let's be honest, way less boring. But here it is. This is the absolute showstopper for any professional. You can upload your own files, a PDF of a training manual, a Word doc, a technical guide, and Copilot will build a quiz based specifically on that document. That right there changes everything for corporate learning. So, let's wrap this all up. Let's talk about what this really means for you, right now. It really boils down to 3 huge benefits. First, the time you save is just enormous. What used to take hours of painstaking work now takes a few minutes. Second, the quality of the questions is often way better and more creative than what you'd come up with on the fly. And third, it's all on your phone. You can learn, study, or train literally anywhere. And that's why this quote just hits the nail on the head. We're not talking about a little incremental update here. For anyone who needs to learn something or teach something, this is a fundamental shift in how things are done. So look, the tech is here, it's powerful, it's easy, and it's in your pocket. The conversation is no longer about what the AI can do for us. The real question is,
Now that you have a tool this powerful, what are you going to do with it?